What is the metaverse? How can I benefit from it? Why is it the big talk of the day? The metaverse. I've been asked this question by many of the members in our group. Welcome to the channel. This is CEO Trades, where money works for you. And today we're talking about the metaverse. We're going to look into 5 specific coins in the metaverse that you should be investing in, just like I should be. So let's take a look here. We're first looking at what is the metaverse. The metaverse is basically a 3D virtual resolution of whatever is happening pretty much in games and possibly in Facebook, and just making it an extra dimension. Right now it's 2-dimensional, where eventually it's going to be 3-dimensional completely, but it's specifically geared to the gaming industry at the beginning, and then it's going to expand from there. Now, why is it so important? Well, Facebook is investing in the metaverse. They're changing their names to the metaverse. Why? Why has Mark Zuckerberg gone into this? Because it is the next big talk of the town. It is the next investment that you should be investing in. Obviously, you've heard of NFT. You've heard of a few other names out there like Decentraland. You've heard of like the Pancake Swap and the swap industry in itself. And there are other names out there, but we're going to be going over those in the next several days, if not weeks. The metaverse. So we're going to look at these 5 coins now and what my outlook is in reference to where would I invest. If I had $1,000 right now, how would I invest it in the 5 of these? And that's going to take a little bit of calculation because we're doing this live, even though you might be seeing this as a recording. So just bear with me if you hear a moment of silence, because although I've written them down, I haven't done all the research. Why? Because I want you to be aware of how I do the analysis, and so that you can get an idea how to do the analysis independently. So let's take a look here. The first one we're looking at is Mana. What is Mana? If you go up here to the right of where it says the name, you see a little I, and it'll tell you down here. This is the market cap. It's at 5.8 billion. This is a circulating supply, which is 1.8 billion. That means only a third of the coins are circulating according to the market cap. The total supply, whoops, it's sorry, I got that all wrong. 1.8 billion supply, and the total supply is 2.1 billion, almost 2.2. That is almost about 80% of the total supply that's available. If you want to know more about what Mana is, you can go into this website here in Decentraland, decentraland.org, and it'll tell you more of it. What is Decentraland? Is the first virtual platform owned by its users. Grab a VR headset or use your web browser and become completely immersed in a 3D interactive world. It's very popular, especially among teenagers and youngsters who like the gaming industry. It's very, very popular. Now, how has it moved in the past year? You can see it started out in the past year at around 82 cents, and it's all the way up at 3.18 or so right now. But we're going to look into that a little bit deeper. But once we see this chart, you can see it's pretty much consolidated straight through. It had its highs at the $1.50-ish area back in April, a few times in April, and it went right back down to the 60 cents area, and it consolidated, and then all of a sudden it boomed. When did it boom? About 3 weeks ago, back in October 27th or so. It spiked all the way up to the $5 range, and then it went right back down to the where it found support at the $2.42 range. It's at $3 range right now. Is this a buy or not? Now, this would be known as a small cup right here, and now it's consolidating again. What's going to happen with this one? Let's take a look at the 3-minute chart and see what it compares to in the last several days. I don't think this goes way too far back until it's about 3 days back of information on here. You can see it went down to 287, but it's pretty much on this path right here at the $3 path. And is it a good time to buy? Is it not a good time to buy? It depends, because we know it spiked. We know it went up. It shot up a good 8 times, 9 times its price of 65 cents to $5. That would have been a great move by anyone, even for myself. I didn't jump into that one. I didn't get a chance to invest in it because I was busy focusing on certain coins that I've been following for a while. And what's the difference in that? If you focus on specific coins, then you'll know when it's moving. You'll know when it's going up. You'll know when it's going down. You'll know when it's going sideways. And you need to know that, because if you do, then you'll become aware of the movement. You'll be able to take it when it's going up, and you'll be able to cash in before it goes down, or you can even do the opposite. Buy a short, which is up at the top, and play it down and then sell it down here. And that's right. So Mana is one of those coins. We're going to take a look at a little bit of the news a little bit later. I'm going to try and keep these videos as short as possible so that you can get the most information on these. Mana is now the best time to buy. I would say if I had $1,000, I would invest 25% of the $1,000 into this one right now. But for those of you who have much more, well, you can invest much more. You invest a few $1,000s into this one for the longer term hold. It did spike up to $5. It's down to 318. It's holding off at that level for several days now. Is it going to drop anymore? It seems to have found support here at 270. So it means it might drop a little bit more again. That is a possibility as well. So if you're investing a good amount into this, you should invest some into it. Don't put the 25% or $250 all in here in at once. If you have more money, great, you put it all in right there. But if you don't, then you should invest staggeredly. Watch it today, watch it tomorrow. If you see it drop, then you can pick up a little bit more. If it drops more, wait to see what happens if it gets to this level again. Let's take a look at another one. And the next one is sand. Sand has, let's see here. Let's just change the chart so we can see what's happened in the last year. Give it a moment here to pop up. Now, sand hasn't been around that long according to this chart. It's only been around since April of this of 2021, and you can see it started out somewhere around 60 cents, and it spiked up to $3 as well, $3.32. Why the same type of price? I don't know why. That's not an easy question to answer right now without me doing all the analysis that I'd normally do. But in the last several days, you can see that it went from $2.80 range, and it found support here. People tried to sell and see if it would drop anymore, but it went to 211, and people are consolidating right in here, hoping for a move. Will this move? Will it not? This is something that we have to look into the news, as we're going to look into it quickly right after we review these. What's the next one is AXS. AXS, this is the highest price one of the 5 we're looking at. In the last year, AXS has gone from, it hasn't even been here that long. It's only been here since July of 2021. And you can see that it went from $19 all the way up to $1. What was that? 165, pretty much 165 or so. It went up, and now it's at $134. This is the higher priced one. This is probably the one that people are betting on most. Why? We need to look at other information. We need to look at other news and see what the analysis behind this one is. But this seems to be like the bigger breadwinner, because it went from $19 or so all the way up to 165. That's a very, very sharp move. What's next? Alice. Alice is another one in the metaverse that we're looking at. And this one started in September. And look at how it just spiked up from the $780 range, and it went up all the way to the $14 range. And you can see it in here. Let's take a look at the 3-minute chart and see what it looks like in the past few days. And you can see, okay, so it hit a high back on, what day was this? It was November 15th, and the high was somewhere around the $15-ish area, and it's at $14.85 right now. Is this the time to buy? Is it not? I would hold out just a little bit longer. You can see it found support somewhere here in the $11.60 range, in the $12 range. So this might drop a little bit more, and I wouldn't pick it up here because it's close to the top. It might go upward, but I would say you've always got to find leverage. You've always got to find deals. You've always got to find sales. And a sale would mean buying at a lower price. So that's known as a dip buy. The last one we're looking at is Gala X, Gala. So this one, in the last year, in the last several weeks, has gone from August 13th. It went from pretty much at 0.005 cents to 0.23. Wow, that would have made people lots of money. If you had jumped into this at that point, congrats to you. It spiked twice and it consolidated here. It spiked here. It will probably find some consolidation somewhere in the 20 cent or even below that, somewhere in the 18 cent range, and that would be the time to buy. So keep watching this. We're looking at this live, and it seems to be spiking right now. It went from 11 cents all the way up to 30, is that right? 23 cents right now. So it's on an upward trend right now. It looks very good. If you want to jump in, I would say put in 10% or whatever it is that you're looking to jump into this one. This one's moving right now. Just be careful because this is the top of it. And I don't know if it's going to continue to go up. I don't like to take the top of anything because all it means is you're excited. You're not waiting for a vantage point to jump in at a proper amount that would suffice in order for it to go upwards. Now let's take a look at another software here and see if there's any news in reference to any of these coins. Hold on, I had brought them up here. So here they are: AXS, MANA, Sand, Alice, and Gala. Let's click on AXS, which is the first one here. It doesn't, there's no particular order, but then we go down and see if there's any news in reference to AXS. This is the latest news. Metaverse gaming tokens, ETHverse and Axie Infinity avoid crypto downtrend. Metaverse gaming tokens, including the Sandbox's Sand and Axie Infinity's AXS, have bucked the downtrend in Bitcoin and Ether. Yes, this is 6 hours ago. There's very good news, and that's probably why it's moving. Let's take a look at another one here. Let's see what's the other ones that we were looking at in our watch list here. Mana. Let's see if Mana has any news. Mana. So as we get the news up in here, let's see. Barbados to open embassy in the metaverse. The tiny island nation of Barbados announced it will build a virtual embassy in Decentraland. That's a day ago. Barbados to establish a virtual embassy 2 days ago. Is the metaverse really going to live up to the hype? Yes, it is. It definitely is. Let's take a look at another one in here and see what it has to say for us. This is Sand. We already saw it come up in AXS news. Now let's see if it has any news on its own. The Sandbox, it's at currently around $3.30. Metaverse gaming tokens, so it's the same news as AXS. 6 hours ago, Sand token jumps 37% as the Sandbox opens the doors of its metaverse. Fabulous. The Sandbox. Very good. Let's see. We have two more to look at before we close out this session. Alice is next, and my neighbor Alice. That's the name of this coin. And this coin is getting ready to, let's see what the information is getting on here, please. Let's see. All right. So I don't see any news in here right now on Alice. But that doesn't mean that it's the worst of it. It's very good. It's at 1472 right now. I'd say it's pretty much at the top right now. And just be careful. Wait until it drops some more. If it does. If it doesn't, I would not jump in and see where it's going to go before jumping in. It's a little bit complicated to explain in 5 to 10 minutes or 2 minutes how a coin can move. I would just say don't sweat it. It's going to be around for a while. So you might not jump in today, but just wait for the right moment, or get into learning the program on how to invest that I'm going to be posting up in my website on ceodaviddiaz.com very soon. And once that's up, you'll be able to learn what I'm talking about and how to apply it on your own. So this is Gala, G-A-L-A. This is the last one in the metaverse. Let's see if there's any news in reference to this one. Gala price analysis. The Gala token gave a decisive breakout from this crucial resistance. Should you buy a day ago? It's at 23 cents. I believe this one is a good buy. If it goes to 18 cents, I believe that's the one that I just said. And right now it's up 97%. Isn't that wonderful? How long did it take to get up there? What other information is pertinent into this? Well, this is why you have to constantly keep looking at the videos that I post up, because I give you a little bit of information every day, not to overwhelm you, but to be able to educate you just a few minutes a day so that you learn how to invest on your own. So how can I build my bank account? Well, you've got to build your knowledge account. And if you build your knowledge account, your bank account will grow multiplied. In order to earn, you've got to learn. This is CeoTrades, where money works for you. Please like, subscribe, and share. If you share, you care. Until tomorrow, where we'll be looking at part 2 of the metaverse.